Yo, Prime members, so check this out. We are here to talk about our favorite thing in the world, and that is Amazon Prime.
That's right. We all have different interests, but there's one thing that brings us together: Prime.
As members ourselves, we found ways to maximize our Prime benefits to get the most out of our passions.
From fast and free shipping, streaming of movies and music, and even exclusive deals and discounts, Prime has it all.
And what's great is that you can use all of these services to elevate your hobbies and interests.
Whether you're a bookworm, a fitness fanatic, or a gaming guru, Prime has something for everyone. I promise you that.
So go ahead, explore and indulge in all that Prime has to offer. We promise you won't be disappointed.
Time to get more out of whatever you're into. Prime. And that's that on that.
What's up, everybody? You are now listening to the Success Playbook Podcast, where we talk about pop culture, life and career success, and of course, we're going to talk about who got dunked on the night before. I'm your host, Chanel S. Reynolds, and I've been in the sports industry for several years. My goal is to take what I've learned from years of dominating the sports industry as a Black woman to help my listeners defy the odds and level up in life and career. Now, let's dig into this week's episode.
Man, I have a wild journey. Obviously, for the sake of time, I'll breeze you through it. But, as I talked about, when I graduated college, I started coaching college basketball in North Carolina. And I was assistant there for about 9 years. And during that time, I was also a police officer for like 4 because I was a volunteer coaching basketball until I got, bumped up. Ultimately, I went to Johnson Wales University in Charlotte, where I became the head coach there. And when I moved there, I was still playing football, and our offices were literally right beside the Carolina Panthers facility. So, I could hear practice. I used to watch practice all the time. And that just really kind of made me want to be over there just because I was so close. And ultimately I had a really good career at Johnson Wales. We won a national championship. I got to be National Coach of the Year, and things were really great. But I met Coach Rivera actually in Florida, who was the head coach of the Panthers at the time. So we were next door, but I ended up meeting him in Florida at the women's football forum, and we kind of hit it off. I let him know where I was, who I was, what I wanted to do. He invited me over for 2 days, and I was hyped, to be over there for 2 days, and those 2 days ended up turning into like 5 months. So I was just there all the off season through training camp as well. And around October of that year, I got invited to go work for the Arizona Hotshots. One of those guys knew someone with the Panthers. They spoke highly of me. And so I left basketball, just walked away in the middle of the season to move to Arizona to start coaching football full time. And when that ended, I came back to Carolina and worked with the Panthers again for that same time frame. And then I ended up at Dartmouth, where I was there for the 2019 season. And after that season, Coach had became the head coach here in DC. Mm-hmm. And he invited me to come be a full season intern. So the 2020 season, I was a full season intern working with the offense. So work with the running backs, also help quality control. And then at the end of that season is when I...
Yo, Prime members, so check this out. We are here to talk about our favorite thing in the world, and that is Amazon Prime.
That's right. We all have different interests, but there's one thing that brings us together: Prime.
As members ourselves, we found ways to maximize our Prime benefits to get the most out of our passions.
From fast and free shipping, streaming of movies and music, and even exclusive deals and discounts, Prime has it all.
And what's great is that you can use all of these services to elevate your hobbies and interests.
Whether you're a bookworm, a fitness fanatic, or a gaming guru, Prime has something for everyone. I promise you that.
So go ahead, explore and indulge in all that Prime has to offer. We promise you won't be disappointed.
Time to get more out of whatever you're into. Prime. And that's that on that.
Got my promotion.
Awesome. I love how you just breeze through like all those are major events that you kind of just breeze through. And I just want to unpack it. So you say you met Coach in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So what was that? What did that look like?
Oh man, it was it's kind of a funny story. So the conference, you have a bunch of people in football there talking, and I ended up getting in with Coach Rivera at his round table. So my prime objective at that round table was to not only stand out, but just let him know where I was and who I was. Like I was literally next door to him. Like we're talking like 50 feet, like that close. So I did that, and I don't even remember, but Coach Locust, who was with Tampa, and now she's with Tennessee, she was at the table. And I didn't even remember she was there. Like I was so locked in on what I was trying to get done. I didn't even know. She had to show me a picture, which was funny. She was sitting at the table. But I was so locked in and focused, and just was able to start building a relationship with him from there.
I love that. And then you said that once he got the job at the Panthers, he brought you along.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was there for 2 days, rookie mini camp, which I was ecstatic. And then I kind of kept getting invited back. So at the end of rookie mini camp, he was like, oh, you should come to our off-season workouts. That was cool. And then, you should come to OTAs. Oh, you should come to mini camp. Oh, you should come to training camp. And it just kept, building. And, from that time, it ended up being 4 or 5 months.
So when you met Coach initially in Florida at the NFL Women's and Football Forum, up until the time when he took the job in North Carolina, am I hearing that you maintained the relationship and you kind of stayed in front of him so he didn't forget about you?
Oh, of course. You can't build a relationship like that and not check in every once in a while just to see how they're doing. And it was next door, so sometimes I would stop by to watch practice, just to be there. And he was a great guy, so it wasn't like it was difficult or anything like that. And obviously he saw something in me, so I just wanted to be appreciative and also continue to foster that relationship.
I love that you're saying that because, and I'm sure you encounter this as well. We get bombarded by so many people who want to get into the industry, especially college students, and they're always looking for a mentor. And it's you get that first connection, but then they stop reaching out to you. And I'm like, okay, what happened? We're supposed to be building rapport. I want to help you get to where you are. So I love how you're emphasizing no, I met Coach and then I held on to that relationship. I love that.
Yeah, like you said, it's tough, I think, now for some people to have those genuine relationships, but you have to do it. And, I always say, I think I got to where I am now partly by doing things I didn't want to do, talking to people I may not want to talk to, going to events I may not want to go to, but end up meeting these amazing people at those events. So, it's hard for me to say no to things like that just because of you never know who you're going to meet. And it's not always someone you're going to meet that can necessarily help you, but just, a word, they might give you a piece of advice along the way. So, I love attending things sometimes that I may not want to go to just because you never know what's going to happen.
Yo, Prime members, so check this out. We are here to talk about our favorite thing in the world, and that is Amazon Prime.
That's right. We all have different interests, but there's one thing that brings us together: Prime.
As members ourselves, we found ways to maximize our Prime benefits to get the most out of our passions.
From fast and free shipping, streaming of movies and music, and even exclusive deals and discounts, Prime has it all.
And what's great is that you can use all of these services to elevate your hobbies and interests.
Whether you're a bookworm, a fitness fanatic, or a gaming guru, Prime has something for everyone. I promise you that.
So go ahead, explore and indulge in all that Prime has to offer. We promise you won't be disappointed.
Time to get more out of whatever you're into. Prime. And that's that on that.